Thank you if you're watching this or you're watching on the catch up. Thank you for watching. I can see that it looks like we are streaming, which is good news because we're doing a live protest stream right now. It's happening right now. We're protesting against, well, we're protesting against Extinction Rebellion, if I'm completely honest. Because I'll explain. I find them to be somewhat, I don't know if stupid is the word. Yeah, a bit annoying, really, because I'm an environmentalist. Let me put it this way: I'm an environmentalist. I feel like I'm a genuine environmentalist. I'm opposed to pollution and pollutants and all that kind of caper. Um, I think, oh look, you can see how dirty in the corner over there. That's how environmentalist I am. I don't clean out the corners of my Juliet balcony. There's my finger there. You can look at that crap and all that there. I need to clean that. Did only clean these doors the other day. Shows you how the crap and everything gets in. That's pollution for you. Anyway, to get back to the point, I'm an environmentalist. I consider myself to be an environmentalist. But I don't believe in the climate change theory, or I should say I've not yet heard a convincing argument in favour of climate change theory. Or man-made climate change. I think there is every possibility we're contributing to changes in climate, but I don't think the models that are being presented are actually relative to what's happening in reality. My gut feeling is that what the models are being presented work for the for industry, they work for commercial interests. They actually work against preventing pollution because they kind of commoditize environmentalism and make it so that if you do something that isn't actually environmental, you can basically like pay a ticket and you've more or less done your bit for the environment, which doesn't actually translate into doing stuff for the environment. I think that the Green Party, who I voted for in the last election, have moved towards some strange kind of political position that where they're not placing the environment first anymore. They're now taking up political stances. So I don't really I don't think that none of it makes sense to me. All of it seems to be geared towards economic interests. So when you see a protest like we're seeing in London and other places at the minute from Extinction Rebellion, where they're in the street and given quite a light treatment, to be honest, by the police compared to what the guys like the Yellow Vests have been getting, I get a bit frustrated because what I don't hear them saying is opposing pollutants, like genuine pollutants into the atmosphere, mercury. I haven't seen a single in this whole environmental protest. I haven't seen a single anti-nuclear sentiment issued at all. Nothing. I've not seen anyone talking about risks from nuclear at all, and I think that has to be the primary concern because the risks of catastrophic disaster are very high with nuclear technology. So for me, it's all very, very strange. I think is probably the best way to put it. It's very strange indeed. I find the whole thing very strange. So if I didn't say, I find it strange. I'm going to to put my position straight. I'm an environmentalist, and the reason I don't drive cars, now what I normally say is I have a problem with my eyesight and I have migraines and stuff, which is true. Is one of the reasons I don't drive. However, the fundamental reason is I've never learned to drive. Is because I don't believe that in going into a machine that I am personally driving to get somewhere that will put pollution into the atmosphere. And I'm not perfect. I do drive in cars. I do get in cars. But I mean, a week or so ago, I was in the longest car journey I've probably been for 6 years, and I went across London. And to be honest, I've probably been in the car this year maybe 5 or 6 times. So I don't use cars. Generally speaking, I don't drive. I'm not perfect. One of the reasons I don't like planes is that because they're massive pollutants. They send out tons and tons of pollutants into the atmosphere. There's actually tangible studies done on September the 11th that show that actually they cause a certain amount of cooling. There's a phenomenon known as global dimming. I bet you're wondering about what this tray's here for. I'm going to tell you any minute. But I actually do live my life by principles of fairly environmental. I'm not perfect, and I buy stuff that's imported, but I do try and grow food that I try and sustain myself from. I know, and I will spend time. I mean, my ex-partner, who was always complained about me working in, like on the allotment section and everything, was always complaining about that and claims to be an environmentalist. Well, I was actually there doing stuff trying to minimise the amount of food that would be flown to the country, and I had enough land there to theoretically live off of, although I never quite did, but I'd make an effort. I've always said I think we should use airships or zeppelins or some variety of for air travel rather than planes, because I think they're highly polluting. I think they're very dangerous. They don't make any sense to me. I think they cheapen travel. I mean that people sort of travel on a whim and it's made the world much smaller, which I don't necessarily think is a good thing. And I'm also broadly opposed to unfettered immigration, because I think that that leads to increased pollution and increased the height of buildings go up. This is a great example. The height of buildings tends to go up when you start overpopulating areas. And when the height of building goes up, you stop the sun from getting to the lower floors, generally speaking. And if the sun can't get to the lower floors, you have to use your heating more longer into the year. So these kind of things also means that you have more imported food. You have less arable land that you can grow food off and sustain, maintain growth off in a healthy way without using fertilizers and other things that can cause pollution, runoff into streams and all the rest of it. So I am an environmentalist, but I think being an environmentalist, you can't embrace entirely leftist politics. So anyway, this is all very good for my channel, which is nothing to do with my channel effectively. But what I'm here to do today is a protest. But minded protest, and I'm going to start getting on with it. And you may well be wondering what I am doing. Well, I've spoken. I'm going to get my secateurs to open this bag. People know I did run on this channel when I can still be bothered to record stuff. In a bit of soil there. Right, lava. Let's make this a bit of a mess. Actually, a bit of compost there. So, I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm just going to pour a bit of water in here. I'm going to need this to be fairly moist. People will know that I am quite into growing stuff, and I don't always get a chance where I live at present. And I'm missing this year the key growing time. Again, I'm always in the wrong sort of place. This might be sufficient actually, I think I might go for it. Hoping that this is just going to soak up. Hoping we'll just soak. One more in it. If you're expecting computer games, that's not happening today. But I will later on most likely. Get actions, and I will probably play some computer games. think 3's going to do it. Let's get this. So, I've had this idea for this. I was going to do 2 actually, but I'm just going to do 1. I had this idea some time ago. And this, oh, who have we got here? It's Hattie. Hi, Hattie. Hope you're well. Hope the little one's okay. Let's get this. Alright, you can see that. A bit of water. It'll just soak up. It's a bit strange looking, isn't it? It looks a bit like. This would make a good effect. Good computer. Good. It isn't cool, but. So I've got them. So I had this idea quite a while ago. Just get some more of this water in here. And this is what we're going to pop to say hi, but going to watch tennis. All right, okay, Hattie, you watch your tennis. So lawn seed, right? So this in the middle of Oxford Circus or wherever it is. They might think they're proper environmentalists, but this is what I'm doing. Oh, hope you're okay. I'll be back later if you're still on. Hattie, I'm going to stream later on, I think, with the computer game when it gets dark. But right now, I am staging my live protest against the Extinction Rebellion. I'm going to do that by one-upping them. I'm going to plant myself. I've just got seed everywhere. I'm going to plant an indoor lawn. My plan. It's probably a bit too much seed. I'm doing an indoor lawn. So let's get that seed off the now normally you have but and my idea it's probably a bit too much seed there, but I'm going to get the most beautiful lawn. This is shady seed as well, so this should be sufficient. And pecking at the seed. Probably should have kept a bit of soil back so I can push this in, but God, look at it undulating. Look at it undulating. See how it undulates. I can... Let's get that. It's still undulating. It won't soak in the water. But anyway, what I'm hoping here, a little lawn that I can keep inside. Yes. So sit on the top of it. Interesting, but anyhow. Yeah, we're gonna just give a bit of that. Sweep a bit of that over. Do a bit of now, while they're out there messing around, I'm gonna have a situation by their guide anyway. I'm going to be helping the situation by producing this beautiful little lawn. High quality. A bit more seed in there. This is more than I mean, I'll probably do about 3 meters square. I've got over the seed and that, but let's see what happens, shall we? So we will come back and see. Oh, boy, that's good. See what happens. That's water. I'm not going to tread it in because I think this should be sufficient. So, oh, the sun's gone while we're doing this, but it's going behind this government sun blocker, but I can get just put it down like that. Some of that water starts to come through. Maybe if I can just break through there, let some of it come up. But that'll soak in. That'll gradually soak in. Thank you for watching this stream. We've got 4 people watching. That's great. Who have come to watch this protest against Extinction Rebellion. I've planted my lawn. In fact, I would like to make one of cress as well. Do I have any cress seeds? I fancy do it. I like doing cress because, and you know, it's a rather beautiful plant. It just smells nice, and it reminds you, you know, being at nursery school and that kind of stuff. Do I have cress? I've got a feeling I bought some cress the other day. Did I buy some cress? I can't remember whether yes or no, I don't know. Cress seeds. Cressia seeds. Is it in the bottom of one of these bags? I'm sure I bought some. Ah, I found some seeds. No, what I've got, sunflowers and what's these? Oh, I did buy some cress. Oh, I got a ton of cress, right. I bought some Lepidum Satvium. What's this? Is this the new Earthworm game? No. Jonas. Is it Jonas? Hello, Jonas. Jonas, I don't know if you're referring to Earthworm Jim, but actually my friend knows the creator of that, Doug Maple, and he had him on a stream a while ago. And he's a very nice bloke. He's a very nice bloke. He's a very, very, very nice bloke. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I found a suitable tray. I'm going to do a tray. Right, I'm going to do a tray of cress. Totally tray. Or better rinse this one out though, because I kept it in the basement. Watch out for mealies. I mean, you can grab cress off of a paper towel, but looking at this, I get a strong urge for a piece of chocolate and a coconut cake. Yes. Right. Can we see that one? Right. Crack open another bag. It's got loads of these little compost, but actually not that bad. Really need half a bag, but in fact, maybe what we'll do is just give it a little bit on there, just to cover that up slightly, and then the rest in there. But I only need half a bag in there, so let's do that. More water. So I've discovered that I can't do YouTube from my mobile anymore as well. So I'm going to, oh look, let a grass seed get in there. I don't want that to happen. So,
mobile from YouTube, which is ridiculous. So I need more subscribers, so I can come up with more quality content like I'm doing here. Here's my garden cress seed, and which I got from Lidl. Just chuck them on there. Sufficient. Get a ton of grass out of there now. I like cress. Cress is nice in salad and stuff. Small enough. Probably more water than that. Wow, that's a really bad smell coming from this set. Oh, it's bad. Oh, you can deal with that. Right, so that's that. That's them done. Looks like everyone left to bake cake after Master. That's okay, Jonas. I was thinking about doing a bread making stream, but I'd have to use my mobile to do that, and I can't do that anymore. So I'll have to rethink that, or slightly reorganise my kitchen. That means organise it. Well, that's all I'm going to do for this stream. So this is my protest. I'm actually growing some stuff inside. You know, beat that. Extinction Rebellion, you know, Johnny, you know, I'm all over the world in an aeroplane. I'm no Emma Thompson. So thank you very much for the sun now coming down where I am, because they've built a huge building in front of my flat, which uses more energy. Well done, Nottingham City Council. And I'll catch you all later. I'm hoping to stream later, and I'll do some. In the meantime, thanks for watching.